So welcome everyone to the Future of Mental Wellness. You are here with about 11,000 or so other like-minded people looking for answers. And we're super solution-based here. So we're going to talk about specific products that are leading in science and research in the health and wellness arena. My name is Shannon Boyle, and I'm a holistic health coach and one of the leaders with the mental wellness company, Amare Global. I personally found Amari and the gut-brain axis while searching for natural alternatives to my own anxiety and brain fog and digestion issues. And as a health coach, I knew once I found solutions for myself that I was going to be able to unlock the same results for many others who were also looking for natural solutions. So today I get to bring you a super special workshop with Dr. Sean Talbot. And for those of you who are not familiar with Dr. Sean, we think he is a pretty big deal around here because he, to us, is our leading scientist in the gut-brain axis and microbiome health. And he's here to share with us today how and why healthcare professionals are creating an online income with the leading mental wellness company, Amare Global. And I think you guys will all agree with me that it's more important now than ever as we're seeing a need for improved mental wellness all over the country, and also for people searching for financial security with freedom to build another stream of income and reoccurring income at that, right? So stay tuned. I'm going to introduce Dr. Sean here in a second, but stay with us till the end because we also are bringing on a couple special leaders in the industry of mental wellness who are going to share their stories and what's possible for all of us here today, okay? So let's get the show started. Welcome, Dr. Sean. So excited to see you.
Good to see you too, Shannon. Great to be here.
So I'm going to just kick it right off because we got some serious, great questions for you, and I can't wait to hear your answers, okay? So
yeah, let's fire away.
We are seeing a lot of health professionals, health coaches, doctors, pharmacists, nurses, nurse practitioners, mental health therapists, the list goes on and on and on, physical therapists joining our team and our mission here at Amare Global for the mental wellness company. And I know what the Amari products have done for myself personally and the results that my clients are getting when it comes to mood, energy, sleep, and digestion. But I want to ask you, our chief science formulator behind the product line and the gut-brain axis, what specifically about Amari product is different than anything else there on the market?
Yeah, that's an important question, right? There's lots of products out there, right? There's lots of gut health products. There's lots of microbiome products now. There weren't, 5 years ago when we started, but there are now. Right. There's a lot of, anti-stress products or feel better products or energy products or something like what set these products apart, from the mental wellness company, which is what Amari is. The first place that I would say is because we use science-based ingredients, right? And that's not, a lot of companies say we use science-based ingredients, but when you actually look at the ingredient panels or you look at any of our product information pages or technical data sheets, we use the actual ingredient that was used in a clinical trial, the actual branded ingredient. So we don't use, generic saffron. We use the exact one that was used in the trial to show antidepressant effects and, mental focus effects and insomnia effects and that kind of stuff. We use the exact pine bark. We use the exact strains of probiotic bacteria. We use the exact, so for every single product, it's the exact one that was used in a clinical trial at the amount that was used in the clinical trial. Because if we're trying to deliver mental wellness to somebody, we can't just say, yeah, here it is, and it's similar to the thing that was used in the trial. It has to be the exact one because somebody has to feel that. They have to feel the mood change. They have to feel the energy boost or the lifting of their brain fog. And the only way you can do that when it comes to herbal therapies is to use the exact one, extracted the right way, harvested the right way, all that kind of stuff, right? So that's one piece of it. The other thing that I hear back, especially from health professionals who actually see this change in their clients and in their patients, is the comprehensive nature of the products, right? So our fundamentals pack is a really good example of this. We can go through ingredient by ingredient and say, we're using this ingredient because it was used in this clinical trial at this amount, like just what I said there. But then it's the idea of making that as comprehensive as possible. So a healthcare practitioner or anybody who is a health coach or anybody who's actually trying to help other people, you don't have to say to somebody, here's this menu of things, choose the 10 that are going to work for you, right? Or give somebody 10 different products to leave your office with. They're all built into a single pack like fundamentals. So we can say, look, it's doing something for your neurotransmitters and for your gut integrity and for your microbiome and for your immune system priming and for your inflammatory profile, all of that together. That's the thing I hear back mostly from health professionals saying, wow, you not only have you built in all the science, but you make it really easy to get this comprehensive, holistic approach without somebody having to walk out with a whole armload of products. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are two of the places that I think Amari really stands differently than other companies.
That's awesome. That was the game changer for me. Is it was a super simple protocol that included all of that actually got to the root of the problem and not on the outskirts of it, which a lot of products out there, that's what I was finding for myself personally and for the people that I work with, is we could get some relief, but we weren't getting to the solution of what was causing the symptom.
Right. And that's a great way to say it. You're getting to the root of the problem instead of just sort of the outskirts where you're helping somebody feel a little bit better. If you can get to the root of it, and the root of it might be the microbiome. The root of it might be the microbiome combined with how the microbiome is sending signals to the brain. So the fact that we address that entire gut brain axis and heart brain axis, it really is like thinking of it from a systems perspective. We address the whole system instead of just individual pieces of the system, and that's why it works as comprehensively as it does.
Yes. And that's what's making us the leader in mental wellness, right? We're the only ones doing that at this time in this comprehensive
Right, exactly.
way.
And one of the things that we see that really like puts an exclamation point, I think, on what I just said is it's one thing to say that, and it's one thing to sort of, have the results on paper, in the clinical trials and things like that. But it's completely another thing to see that benefit in somebody's life. And, they'll come back and they'll have their stories and testimonials and stuff like that. But here's where the proof is for somebody who's trying to build a business. That person feels so much better. They order the product again, and they order it again, and they order it again. And that sort of continuity of somebody saying, hey, there's enough of a benefit here where I want to keep feeling this way. That's as much proof as anybody needs, whether you're a scientist or you're a clinician or you're somebody who's trying to build a business.
And as a health professional, that's ideal because first and foremost, we're getting our clients results, period. Like that's what we're here for. And so once they get results and they're loving it and there's phased benefits, it gets better and better and better as we go, that it's a reoccurring order that they're putting in, which helps us as health professionals create a full-time income off of this, right? So everybody wins. The reciprocal energy exchange is there, which brings me to my next question, Dr. Sean. And I've actually never, ever asked you this, and I'm really excited to hear your answer. And I'm sure many people listening are as well. So I personally love network marketing and how it gives me the freedom to build online and make that reoccurring money that we just spoke about. It has built-in travel perks. I was with you with dozens of other health professionals last fall in Mexico, hanging on the beach, picking your brain, like really having these awesome, intimate conversations around questions we have as people that want to serve. And you're right there, and you're helping us out. You're helping us build out our businesses, have answers to all of our questions. So we're about to do it again this fall. We have another trip planned with you in Mexico. Super excited. I want to ask you, why do you think both healthcare professionals and non-healthcare professionals, because we have many non-healthcare professionals joining us too on this mission, who can typically look down at the industry of multi-level marketing or network marketing, why are they so attracted to Amari?
Yeah, well, people I think are what we're trying to do with Amari is do a different kind of network marketing. So I've been in network marketing for a good part of my career. And one of the things I love about it is that you can build a product. So as a formulator, I love it because you can build a product that would never sell on the shelf, that you can build a lot of science into it. You can build a story. You can build something that that has that ability to say, hey, this is different than something else that's out there. You can't tell the story that we just told about science and systems approach and comprehensive nature of the gut-brain axis. You can't tell that story on a 1-inch by 1-inch label sitting on a shelf somewhere. So like the network marketing channel gives you the ability as a scientist to build something that is very cutting edge and does something that the average products don't do. So as a formulator, I love that. But the other thing I love about it is because the kind of work that I do around psychological vigor and mental fitness and helping people feel better and lowering stress and things like that, there's a business opportunity here, which is really important because the number one source of psychological stress for virtually everybody is financial stress. It's worrying about making ends meet. It's worrying about money. It's worrying about the economy. And this gives the opportunity to not just have a product benefit, but to have a business benefit at the same time. And like that couldn't be more aligned in terms of this, doing this mental wellness thing that we're doing here at Amari. So there's that, but then we come at the whole idea, the whole networking perspective from a different perspective. Like I've had a lot of people who, you don't hear a lot of people say what you said, Shannon. I love network marketing, right? You don't hear that a lot from a lot of people. Usually it's like network marketing. Ooh, there's like an arm's length that people want to keep with it because there's so much like weird stuff that tries to go through this channel. But what we hear mostly here is people go, Amari doesn't even seem like a network marketing company because of the science, because of the relationships, because of this category that's never been addressed before and really needs to be addressed. So it's a different way of doing it. And then what you guys are doing, with the social media and attraction marketing and all that kind of stuff, that really resonates with a lot of people because we can make those connections and we can help ourselves and we can help other people at the same time. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, so you nailed it. It's community, right? And story sharing, because we have so many stories of success and we want to go out there and we want to share it because we want to make a big ripple. I know for me as a health coach that by myself, I can help a few. If I gather many, we can help thousands and thousands. And that's my mission and my goal. So that's why I chose a network marketing platform to get that word out, to get that ripple bigger. Also, the quality of the products are stellar, and the quality control that goes into it inside of a network marketing company, like I think you should speak to that because that matters to healthcare professionals. That matters to the mom at home. That matters to the person that's looking for holistic solutions.
Right. Yeah. So I've formulated products for a lot of multi-billion-dollar companies before. So I have visibility into what their supply chains look like and what their quality control looks like and what their analytical verification looks like and all that kind of stuff. So there's the science piece of it. Does it work? There's sort of that layer of importance to build into a product. But then there's the importance of like what goes on behind the scenes of where do these products come from and how are they extracted and how are they shipped and how are they analyzed to make sure it has the right ingredients, the right bioactives, but then it doesn't have environmental toxins like PCBs and heavy metals and pesticides and all that kind of stuff. So seeing what those billion-dollar companies do, we right from the very beginning at Amari, we said, well, why don't we just do that? Why don't we do what the billion-dollar companies do? Why don't we do it now so that we don't have any problems and that we're all set up for the future? And because we had resources, we were funded at a very high level at the very beginning. We were able to do that. And now we can, quite literally, we can look at a bottle and we know what the ingredient is. We can literally tell you what field it came from on a global basis. And we can tell you when it was grown and all that kind of stuff. It's really unmatched for like a company our size, which is like I guess you'd consider us like a growth company now. We're beyond the startup phase, which is nice.
Yeah.
but you don't see that in a smaller size, a ground floor kind of a company like us. But we have that right from day one.
Exciting. We pride ourselves on the fact that we are innovators in the product, innovators in the business, innovators in the marketing system. So it just goes hand in hand with what we're doing here, which leads me to my final question for you. So what's the future look like with Amari and mental wellness as the future of healthcare? And how do you recommend somebody get started with us if they are curious and this resonates with them, this makes sense for them?
Yeah, well, I would say this. For somebody who's been in this category, mental fitness or mental wellness or whatever label you want to put on it, for more than 20 years, this is what I've been focusing on. In fact, here, can I do this? That my book, Mental Fitness, comes out in a week, so everybody should go and take a look at this. Yeah. For someone who's done this for a long time, it feels like a 20-year lead up to where we are right now, this time in history where mental wellness is the thing. And I say it's the thing, and you can take my word for it, because we're seeing like the sort of wellness channel, the spa industry, and the healthcare industry, like the hospital side, doing this merging, right? Where healthcare is starting to add these wellness modalities, wellness outfits are starting to add these healthcare modalities. You're seeing every single media channel out there talking about mental wellness and talking about mental health. You're seeing celebrities talk about it. You're seeing, high-level professional and elite-level athletes talk about it. You're seeing business leaders start talking about it. It is the thing right now, but it's all been leading up like over 20 years of getting the science right and understanding that it is a system and it's not just one thing. Like all of that is coming to a head right now. So if somebody's interested in this area, you could not be in a better place at a better time to take advantage of what is going to be $1 trillion category when these industries are sort of merging together and converging. So, if someone's interested in that, then the place to do it is, we have a thing at Amari called our launch pack, which is samplings of all of our different products so that you can get a feel for like, okay, mental wellness. I want to help people feel better. I want to help myself feel better. Like, what does that mean? Does it mean for some people, feeling better is going to be lowering your stress? For other people, it's going to be improving your resilience. For other people, it's going to be getting rid of your brain fog. For other people, it's going to be improving your mood, et cetera, et cetera. That idea of mental wellness, what we call the mental wellness continuum, there are different flavors of it, so to speak, that are going to resonate with different people and different clients and different patients. And so the launch pack gives you an exposure to what all the different options are. And then once you know those, you can start customizing and personalizing. Is it a regimen of fundamentals plus mood plus? Is it a regimen of edge plus our mental fitness pack? Is it something for kids? Is it for something for functional foods? Like what? There's a lot of ways to skin the cat, and Launch Pack gives you all those options to understand.
I love it. So the launch pack is what it's called. That's actually how I started, because I wanted to actually have an experience with all the products, which actually synergistically all work together, because it's all about that gut-brain axis with the microbiome. It all blends together. So if you guys are listening today and you want to get started because you're excited, like we are excited about this $1 trillion industry that we have been paving the way for, and we have a great runway. We have created a great runway. We're not slowing down. We're speeding up. Put Launch Pack below and tag the person that invited you here, and they'll get you more information. If you just need more information, drop more information below. But Dr. Sean, thank you so much. I'm so excited about what we've been doing here so far and what we are continuing to do. And you guys don't leave us yet. We're gonna let Dr. Sean go, but we have 2 field experts that are gonna come in and share their stories from the health and wellness perspective, where they are with their journey and what they've been able to do here with Amare Global. So thank you so much for your time. Super great.
My pleasure. Great to see you, Shannon.
All right, we'll talk soon, Dr. Sean.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So as we're bringing on our field experts, I want to let you know that with this launch pack, if this is right for you guys, that we're also prepared to help you launch a business. We're not just giving you products. We have a system built out where we help you launch and get going so that you can serve your people, your clientele, your audience. So we got that all prepared for you too. So don't get nervous if you're like, I don't know what to do here. We got your back on that too. So that being said, let me see here if
tell Rachel to turn on her video.
Okay, so here is Rachel Gregg joining us. Should I be in gallery view or speaker? Am I good here?
You're good.
Okay, so you'll have to unmute too, Rachel. So Rachel Gregg is here with us. She is a force to be reckoned with, you guys. She is a 6-figure income earner as a doctor of pharmacy. So she actually is she's still a pharmacist, but she's doing it her way now outside the brick and mortar. And so, Rachel, I want to ask you, as somebody who has been following gut health for years and in the pharmaceutical world for many years as well, why did you pick Amare Global, and why network marketing specifically?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. So why Amari specifically is exactly what you said about the gut brain. I've been so passionate about gut health. I know that's everything and how healthy we are. And why network marketing is because you have the freedom, as Dr. Sean was saying, to build online because we do attraction marketing and we get to marry the best products along with that. And it gives you an ability to have the freedom and to make a huge impact. So those are just a few of the many reasons that I joined Amari and network marketing in general.
What have you found for yourself professionally? Like, what does your business look like since joining Amari and recommending the products to your patients, clients, friends, family?
So I have an amazing team. I have fellow pharmacists. I think I have 5 pharmacists. I have a nurse practitioner. I have a nurse. I have a dietitian. I'm talking to more pharmacists. I think just there's a healthcare revolution happening, and I'm excited to be a pioneer with that and sharing, the alternative to what technically is, the healthcare world, but this is an awesome alternative to that.
Yeah, I love it. So we're going to have, here we go. Bethany is joining us now. I was just going to fill you in on who our girl Bethany is. You'll have to unmic Bethany.
Got it. Sorry about that. I got kicked off.
And you found us again. That's resilience, stress resilience here at the Mental Wellness Company. So Bethany Bethany comes from a super successful chiropractic business out in Colorado, and where Rachel has stepped out from the pharmaceutical world, Bethany is still in the brick and mortar world. So we wanted to give you a story from both sides, those that are inside brick and mortar and outside brick and mortar. So Bethany, share why you chose Amari and what it's done for your business and your family.
Yeah, I'm happy to. There are 3 reasons that we joined Amari. First off, we found that we were so good at what we were doing with helping with pain and car accidents and all the traditional things that you would come to a chiropractor for. But we were not well equipped to deal with sleep issues, with energy, with focus, with digestion. Even when we did have those tools, it required a separate product for each thing. And so it really could be pretty overwhelming walking out the door with a grocery size sack of things. And so it really just wasn't kind of our vibe. So when we looked at Amari, we just saw the simplicity of it. But simplicity is not enough. It also has to work. And so when we vetted these products, we put them up to any standard that we would for any product in our office. And because of our license, we have access to virtually any professional grade product available. And these products meet, if not exceed, the standards that most of those companies go for. Our label is pristine. They use all the branded ingredients that the research is done on. I love that Dr. Sean brought that up because that is critical. And they really do a great job in their quality control of making sure that the sourcing is strong. And so long and short of it, on the vetting of the product, it met our standard. But then in addition to that, you can have an easy solution and you can have a vetted product, but you have to get results. And we have just had extraordinary results in our office. So quite frankly, it's a really easy recommendation and so comprehensive and in nature, but simple in application, that we find that it's very, very well received. And honestly, it's just made us a better practitioner. It's made us a better office because we're comprehensive in what we offer in that way.
I love that. And what about the second stream of income for your office, Bethany?
So, I think a lot of times when you grow up and you're like, I'm going to be a business owner, it's a very romantic kind of concept. And it's a lot of hard work and it's not super, super romantic. And, the bottom line is if you don't work, you don't get paid. So going on vacation's got a double price tag. Your patients aren't in, but you're also paying for your trip. There's also a limitation with my husband. He is extraordinary at what he does, but he can only put his hands on so many people a day. And so there's a limit to that, which means if we're trying to grow our business, which equates to growing our income, we have to bring in more equipment, which leads to more staff, which leads to increased overhead, increased complexity. And, and that's the nature of a small business, but it also has some financial limitations with that. In addition, as a small business, there's been many times we played ourselves last, and there's not enough to do the retirement. There's not always enough to do the extra. And so this has helped us supplement in that direction, bringing in additional income that is passive, that is recurring. And I feel like it has also built within us. I mean, we love what we do, but we are building our exit strategy. And it's not work until you drop. It's work until you're free. And we are what we do. And we're not like jumping boat tomorrow. But wow, to have that extra income coming through that gives us that freedom later on in life is something that I just can't put a price tag to. It's invaluable to us.
Well, you are awesome. So results and freedom, that's what I heard, right? So if you guys are loving this, results, freedom, making a change, being at the forefront, being an innovator, this is the spot for you, okay? So everybody, thank you for your time. Again, if you're ready to get started, drop getting started below, tag the person who invited you to the group. And if you just need more information, go ahead and drop more info below and we will circle back with you and make sure that you get what you need. Thank you guys so much for your time and we'll see you soon.